Okay, I'm set.
Me too.
Just like we talked about, okay? Douglas, look at me. You're a star.
I'm a star.
You are a shining star.
I'm a shining star.
You are a sexy shining star.
I'm a sexy, shining star.
Say it one more time.
I'm a sexy, shining star.
Yes, okay. I'm rolling.
Hi, my name is Lauren Chappell, and I will be co-producing LOVEBUG alongside Lucas Snow and Ryan Sadiq.
My name is Dylan Marsky, and I'm the director of photography and executive producer for LOVEBUG.
Hi, my name is Blake Kaiser. I'm 20 years old. I'm 5'11". I'm colorblind. I have a cat named Beelzebub, and I'm what is known as a ginger. Oh, and I'm also the writer and director of LOVEBUG, the feature film we're currently trying to get off the ground. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. It's going to be an uphill battle. The team we have working on this is comprised completely of filmmakers in their early 20s, which I know sounds terrifying, but I assure you the passion is there. And even though we're planning on making this as independently as it gets, making a movie is hard. It's almost impossible. So whether you donate to the film or just watch this video, thank you for taking the time to get a sense of what we're all about and what we're trying to do. So let's get into what we in the movie industry call the story. LOVEBUG is a dramedy feature film set in 1988 Los Angeles about a young man named Douglas who winds up convinced by his new and slightly older girlfriend Gracie to become a porn star under her management. And like any good porn star, he's gonna need a name. So they geniusly take Douglas and turn it into DOUGGY STYLE.
When Blake first brought LOVEBUG to me, it was in its absolute earliest stages. All he had was a rough outline with his scrambled thoughts and a playlist to listen to along with it. That's all I needed to know that this story was something special, and we could tell it in such a beautiful way. The narrative of LOVEBUG is a really unique mix of both retro and modern. And so that's what led Blake and I to decide, really early on, that the aesthetic of the film needed to match that same feel. To do so, we decided to set the film in the 1980s. Going along with that, we plan to mix both retro and modern into the cinematography of this film as well.
It's one of the coolest things about telling this story is that it all takes place in the 80s. It has been so rewarding to get to look for these production pieces that have just been sitting and frozen in time begging to be used again. And it is with your help that we can curate these pieces. Despite all the ways that the city of Los Angeles has changed and grown over the last 40 years, there are still so many hidden pockets of the city that have retained their vintage charm. And it's been so rewarding to find these filming locations and find all these areas that have still been left untouched. And of course, the wardrobe is what brings our characters to life. All of the clothes have had a life of their own in the era that LOVEBUG was set in. And in addition to being pre-owned, they're also sustainably sourced, and finding them is highly climate positive.
Douglas is someone who's on the quest for love. His upbringing, coupled with his inherent kind nature, had made him quick to latch on to about anyone who shows him affection. Now, this often leads him into either uncomfortably funny or just unmistakably dangerous situations. Gracie is a natural salesman and a hustler at heart. Her parents were probably hoping she'd be graduating college right about now, but instead she's been skimming money from the cash register at her minimum wage job. She's on the hunt for her big break in life and will cross about any line that she needs to. This is a story about self-worth and Douglas's journey to find his own. Sometimes it can take a lot, an absurd amount, honestly, to get out of an unhealthy situation that we found ourselves in or chose to stay in. LOVEBUG is a representation of that. All the darkly funny and extremely devastating moments that lead us to finally getting that wake-up call in life.
We're very inspired by the look of 16mm film and other cinematography styles that were prominent in the 1980s. Not only will we be shooting with time-relevant lenses and set design, but we'll also be mixing in rougher 16mm film grain, harsh lighting, crash zooms, vibrant colors, VHS footage, montages, and so many more things that you're used to seeing in films from the 1980s. We'll also be mixing in more modern elements to this film through our use of current industry standard camera and lighting systems. You're currently watching an example of what this looks like, and I cannot express enough how excited I am to extrapolate this to the full 90-minute film.
With your help, we can make this happen. Every donation that we receive is one step closer to realizing the LOVEBUG vision. With our tiered donation rewards and perks, you can gain access to exclusive LOVEBUG content, personalized letters from the director himself, and even a chance to see your name in the credits of our movie. No matter how big or small a contribution, from the bottom of our hearts, we appreciate anything that you can give so much. And we are so lucky to have you on the ride with us. So thank you.
If there's been one thing I've been sure about my whole life, one thing that I've never questioned, something that if I was forced to do forever, I know I'd still love, it would be to make movies. From the videos I shot on my iPod Nano in elementary school that consisted of me blacking out the camera with my hands between shots because I didn't know what editing was, to the skits I forced my friends to be in after stealing my sister's camcorder, and then the short films I've been able to make with people who actually want to tell stories, who actually want to create something. Coming up with stories has been the reason I get out of bed in the morning. It's the reason that I literally want to do anything with my life. So to be able to sit here and pitch this film to you guys and having a crew that actually wants to make it, it feels pretty awesome. And like I said earlier, whether you donate to the film or not, thank you for just getting to the end of the video. As someone who's been making videos their whole life, I know how hard it is to get someone to the end. So if you're here, thank you. LOVEBUG has felt like a dream to me. A really ambitious project that I was never quite sure if it would pan out, but sitting here today, I have hope, I have confidence, and more than anything, I believe in the crew that we have to get this thing done and to get it done right.
God, it's scary. It's in the way. Oh, we're almost finished. Oh my God. Thank you!
How did I fit? What do you mean? I did
Jumped
it.
on. What are you
I
talking
don't do it fit.
That's a good
I
idea,
like